People often believe that losing weight is equally about diet and exercise, but together, those account for only about 25% of it. Another 25% comes from getting quality sleep, and the remaining 50% is about actually following through with what you say you will do. Fortunately, if you begin a diet right now, there's an easy way to make it almost fail-proof. The first step is to get inspired. There's always something that ignites the desire to change, like seeing someone fitter or catching a glimpse of yourself in a photo. Inspiration is powerful, but usually only lasts for a day. Next, you need a realistic and measurable goal with a specific time frame. For instance, I'll lose 5 pounds by July 1st and another 5 by August 1st. This gives you a way to measure progress and keeps you motivated with checkpoints. After setting a goal, the next thing you need is a detailed, realistic plan to achieve it. This might mean replacing your usual breakfast of milk, sugary granola, and a peanut butter sandwich with a 1-mile jog, followed by a bowl of strawberries and boiled eggs. Believe it or not, just this change can help you lose several pounds of fat in a few weeks, but merely having a plan isn't enough. You need to set things up so following the plan is simple. Buy strawberries, boil eggs the night before, and lay out your running clothes so that sticking to the plan is the easiest thing to do when you wake up. If you don't boil the eggs and keep buying peanut butter and jelly, putting them at the front of the fridge where they're easily accessible, then you don't really plan to stick to your diet. You're just waiting for the day you give in to a high-calorie breakfast. To make it easy to eat healthy, make it hard to eat junk food. Of course, avoiding junk food is easier said than done. You should expect hard times, like when you accidentally end up at IHOP, where everything is over 1,000 calories, and you feel tempted to utter the 5 most dangerous words in dieting. One cheat meal won't hurt. I'll actually start dieting tomorrow. I just won't eat later, or maybe I'll just start bulking. It's during these moments you need willpower, which is simply the ability to say no to yourself. Build willpower by anticipating excuses you'll make and practicing saying no to them. Practice walking away from poor choices, but remember that willpower isn't limitless, so you can't always rely on it. It's better to avoid temptation altogether. The real cheat code to motivation is doing something so consistently that it becomes a habit. When going for a jog or reaching for strawberries and boiled eggs becomes automatic, the plan becomes exponentially easier to follow. Eventually, you might start enjoying healthy eating and exercise, at which point it's not just a lifestyle choice, but part of your identity. This is the ultimate goal. Now let's move on to the basics of fat loss. Tracking progress accurately is best done through progress pictures and weekly weigh-ins. Initially, you might not notice much change in photos, as your body prioritizes losing fat from less visible areas, but once visual changes begin, they become noticeable quickly. To measure progress effectively, weigh yourself daily but focus on week-to-week changes due to weight fluctuations from water retention or food types. You've likely heard that losing fat requires consuming fewer calories than you burn. So if your body burns 2,000 calories a day, eating 1,700 daily will result in fat loss. This is because the body uses fat and a small amount of muscle to cover the 300-calorie deficit. Lowering your intake to 1,500 or 1,200 calories speeds up fat loss but makes maintenance more difficult. Traditionally, calculating your calorie needs involves using an online calculator. Set your activity level realistically and use the suggested number to start your weight loss journey. However, this figure might be inaccurate due to individual metabolic differences or hormonal issues like high cortisol or low thyroid hormones. The best way is to begin with this number and adjust based on your weight changes over several weeks. If your weight doesn't change weekly, reduce your daily calorie intake by 200-300. If you plateau, decrease calories further or increase exercise. This approach works well for many since it's theoretically foolproof. The challenge lies in accurately counting calories daily, using labels, apps, mental math, and food scales to measure grams of food. If you prefer not to count calories, estimate roughly and err on the side of caution by rounding up. For example, assume 300 calories are actually 500, and if it seems negligible, count it as at least 50. Before discussing a method that requires no calorie counting, let's talk about macronutrients. Whether or not you track them, many people want to know their daily protein, carb, and fat intake. For weight loss, focus on calories and protein. Ensure you consume enough protein and fats, then fill the remaining calories with anything else. Avoid overeating oils, sauces, dressings, butter, nuts, and cheese, as fats have 9 calories per gram, meaning a pack of trail mix can be as caloric as a neutron star. If you've heard that carbs cause weight gain, it doesn't mean fruits, vegetables, fiber, and whole grains. It refers to refined carbs stripped of nutrients and high in added sugars. Here are some examples. These foods are often in grocery stores and are unnaturally delicious, easy to overeat, calorically dense, and make you hungrier. You can still consume these foods and lose weight if you maintain a calorie deficit. Some boast about eating a family-sized box of Reese's Puffs daily and losing weight. However, they endure a constant void in their stomachs, poor blood work, and must use water instead of milk to stay in a calorie deficit. This brings us to losing fat without counting calories. The top trick is to gradually consume more minimally processed foods while avoiding junk food, chips, sugary desserts, and refined carbs, replacing them with fruits, vegetables, lean dairy, proteins, healthy fats, and whole grains. Another tip is to stop snacking and eat only at meals. Snacking on fruits, vegetables, or low-calorie diet snacks is okay if cravings hit. However, most snack on high-calorie junk due to boredom, stress, or thirst, not hunger. Cutting out snacks is easy since they're unnecessary, and over time the urge will fade. Once this happens, you'll feel superior to others, motivating you to finish your diet. But for hard times, here are more tips. 1. Start drinking lots of water. Water is very filling, and half of the time when you're hungry, a quick drink of water will get rid of the feeling. Just keep a big water bottle next to you and you'll never forget. This will also prevent you from craving high-calorie drinks like soda, juice, bubble tea, and milkshakes. 2. If you keep saying, "The real diet starts tomorrow," it'll never start. 3. Avoid liquid calories. Sugary drinks are easier to overconsume than solid food. 4. Low-fat cheese, keto bread, cauliflower rice, egg whites, and peanut butter powder are low-calorie swaps. 5. Make healthy meals tasty with zero-calorie condiments, spices, sauces, and sweeteners. But don't overuse them, as tastier food increases cravings. 6. Use diet sodas for sweet cravings. 7. Eat high-volume, high-fiber foods that fill you up with few calories. 8. Consume 3 to 5 meals daily to avoid long hunger periods and easily fit into your lifestyle. One big meal might work, but many give up quickly. 9. Save your biggest meals for when you're hungriest. 10. Intermittent fasting helps some maintain a calorie deficit by restricting eating to a 4-8 hour window. It might sound hard, but just know that when you don't eat, you won't just be constantly hungry. Hunger comes and goes in waves, so if you just wait a little bit, the hunger goes away. 11. Eat more protein, because protein makes you feel satisfied, and you also burn about 20 calories just to digest 100 calories of protein. 12. While protein powder helps meet protein needs, it's not as filling as other sources. But if you need it to meet your protein requirements, then drink it with water. 13. Try black coffee or tea for metabolism-boosting caffeine that also suppresses appetite. 14. Use smaller plates, bowls, and portions to trick yourself into feeling full. 15. If you slip up, don't binge on junk food. Mistakes weren't planned, but giving up isn't an option. Now for exercise tips. It burns calories, improves health, and understanding the effort needed to burn 200 calories makes you reconsider that 200-calorie chip bag. 1. Lift weights. They boost metabolism, burn calories, and build muscle. 2. Walk more. Taking 10,000 steps daily is like a cheat code for burning calories and losing fat. 3. Do cardio. While diet is key for fat loss, cardio aids the process. If it's boring, try high-intensity interval training or YouTube circuit workouts. Some claim 15-minute YouTube workouts are ineffective, yet watch hour-long workout videos. 4. Be less sedentary. Move around daily. Even activities not usually considered exercise burn calories, like taking stairs, cleaning, cooking, fidgeting, standing, carrying groceries, and touching grass. Finally, a fat loss tip often ignored is getting quality sleep. Sleep regulates hormones which govern fat loss. Don't assume it's irrelevant if you think you sleep well. However, please support the channel with a subscribe to fund future videos. And thank you for watching.